BDC is a cloud-based ecosystem, which we'll talk about in just a moment. And it provides a hassle-free approach to computing power. So you have no complicated management in terms of the space, licensing, collaboration, tools, access, equipment, all that, which we'll talk about again in a few slides. There's high-powered computing at your fingertips wherever you are. This is great for people who work hybrid or who travel. There's no VPNs or special security passes required. And lastly, we'll talk a little bit about our support team. We are human subject matter experts who are here to support you. We're real people, and we hold office hours, we hold community hours. We're here to help you accomplish your research and then also highlight your research after you're done using the ecosystem. So we have a lot of opportunity, and we're just a really great help desk, real people that are here to make sure that you're successful. So for those of you who are new to BDC, we'll just have a quick overview of how it all works together. So ultimately, we want to improve patient outcomes. As I mentioned, BDC is a cloud-based ecosystem that provides tools, applications, and workflows in secure workspaces. So it's designed to be nimble and responsive to the ever-changing conditions of the biomedical and data science communities. So kind of looking at this graphic from left to right, we have different types of users and researchers and investigators, from bioinformaticians and developers, administrators, clinicians, and they're working with all different types of data. So imaging data, genomic data, clinical data, and all that data is made available in this cloud-based ecosystem, which again provides tools, applications, and workflows, and it's all secure. We are committed to collaborative efforts. So we have tooling for workspaces for collaborators to work together, something that I'm sure this group is very interested in, all using those same data sets. And all these features help accelerate efficient biomedical research that helps drive discovery and scientific advancements, which of course can lead to better or new diagnostics, therapeutic options, and prevention strategies. And all this is ultimately in the effort of providing better outcomes for our patients. Next slide. So today, the cloud is the most effective way to store and analyze our growing data health corpus. And looking at the graphic on the right, we're shifting from an old model where investigators with their own data sets, usually quite small, that they would need to send to you to compute. So you complete your analysis, then you send back the results. And if you want to share data, you had to send it, and the cycle just continues. Now we have a more central structure, or central compute structure. And it's not only for data sets, but for tools and workflows, which we'll be talking about tools and workflows a little bit later in this presentation. And you can come into BDC right away and begin to work. And there's a lot of advantages. It scales immediately, so there's no need for your team to purchase and install new hardware or worry about service agreements or upgrades or anything like that. Secondly, it levels the playing field. So not all institutions have budget for their computing infrastructure to access and analyze, this wealth of data. And you don't have to be somebody, at an elite institution in order to complete your research. And because it's cloud-based, researchers are able to access data without needing to physically copy it. So we can be sure that we're all referring to the same data sets and that data doesn't become out of sync. And lastly, having the data and methods in a single place streamlines reproducibility. So if you use a certain approach for a problem, everyone can access that approach and view the results. You don't have to recreate it. Next slide. So what does BDC offer? We offer elastic computing. You pay for what you use, no matter how large or small. It's not prohibited to the system you have access to. It offers easier access to high-value data sets. It has multiple tooling options. We have an interactive browser for exploring data sets and variables. We have statistical analysis tools, and beyond that, we have a number of other specialized workflows. And because we're a user-centric endeavor, we have the opportunity to be involved in our community, which again, we'll discuss more in just a moment. And we have a lot of interaction between our researchers, ways to get help. Again, we have a really, really supportive help desk and support team. And this is just a really huge asset for our researchers. Next slide. And the computing environment, there's no need for you to download and manage multiple large data sets. There's no computer system to manage. You don't have to worry about upgrading infrastructure or other hardware issues. Only pay for what you use. And again, help desk and documentation available for you to make sure that you're as successful as you can be. And one more slide. The primary goal of BDC is to build a data science platform, but at our core, we are people-centric endeavor. So we are building a community of practice, Natalie will put a link in the chat. If you have not done so already, please join the BDC community. This will ensure that you stay up to date with our latest events, our latest updates, the newest data sets that are being ingested, as well as the newest data releases and versioning. And as you can see on the slide, we have a lot of different opportunity for you to be involved in our community or to be a leader and advocate of our community as well.